our opponent decides to go second on purpose. So I was kind of suspicious that he's playing a deck like Sky Striker or Tempai, and they have just activated Maxi during the draw phase. Unfortunately, I don't have the best hand, so that means I'm just going to activate Equal and make a search such as Stratos. I'm going to normal summon him and search for Fountain. Now, I cannot activate Triple T because my opponent has activated a monster effect during the draw phase, not main phase. And polymerization is kinda useless for the time being, so is Forbidden Droplet. So the only play that I could have think of is Special Summon Fountain, force my opponent to draw one card, and activate my own draw Lockbird so that I can stop my opponent drawing more cards. So I'm just going to do the same combo, summon number 62 Gears, send both of cards to the graveyard, special summon back to Stratos, set mass change because we send Fountain by a card effect, go forward to Anaconda, and then activate Anaconda's effect in order to fusion summon DPE. So you see how many times my opponent has tried to draw with Maxi's effect and how many times draw Lockbird blocked that. And this is not even a full board. So that's why people still want Maxi to be banned. It is still unhealthy for the game. Actually, they also want draw Lockbird banned as well, which I have already explained during my balance video. But as you can see, sometimes you can use draw Lockbird for your own case. And Hero is a deck that can play under draw Lockbird. So my opponent has just activated Ultimate Slayer, which is a card that I don't see most often, but it is a card which can be troubling from time to time. So that's why I was forced to chain back with Mass Change. Normally this card doesn't let you activate monster effects in response to this card's activation. So responding with Mass Change was my only option here because I don't control any other dark attribute hero monster on my field. So that's why I sent DPE to the graveyard and fusion summon Dark Law. And he just activates Dark Hole, which is kinda annoying because not only I don't have any other way to protect my cards, but I also don't have any other cards to protect myself other than Forbidden Droplet. The moment that my opponent activates Upstart Goblin, I knew that okay, he's playing Sky Striker, this is too obvious, he's just spamming spells and then he's just going to activate one of their searchers and summon his master and finish me off. That's what happened exactly, and then engage, he summons Prototype and then he makes a search. He links someone into another one, which is Azalea, and the reason why he did that is because he just wanted to get rid of my final card, which was kind of smart, so that's why I was forced to chain it back. I don't have any other plays left. Either way, he's just going to finish us off because he has more plays to do. First Kagari, search for a spell from their graveyard, and then activate Engage one more time, search another card and draw a card, enter battle phase and finish me. So this was really unfortunate because if he would have protected our Dark Law, that means he wouldn't be able to send any spells to his graveyard and we could have a chance to win this match, even playing under the Lockbird. And when I look at my opponent's deck list, it is horrible, guys. I mean, I never seen such an inconsistent Sky Striker deck. Yet again, my opponent was super lucky to draw whatever he wants. I mean, this isn't the way that how you should build your Sky Striker. If you're running 47 cards plus Upstart Goblin, that's not how it works. You should have 40 cards plus these cards so that you can have more consistency, better ratios in your deck. So that means instead of playing 40 cards, you might think like you're playing 37 cards. That's the way of adding Upstart Goblin, and also cards like Radiant Typhoon also increase this consistency even further. But somehow my opponent drove Maxi in a 47 card deck plus Dark Hole plus other cards. So this is one of those moments that it was too unfortunate. If I could have just protect Dark Law, we could have won this match, but sometimes your opponent is just going to be lucky and you should take the beat and move on, and this is one of those moments. And one more thing, I never seen any Sky Striker player who plays only a single copy of monster like this. So maybe he's in budget, but most of these cards are expensive. Like if you have 3 copies of Upstart Goblin in your deck, that means you are not short out of materials, because look at these cards, all of them are UR. Anyways, let's move on. So our opponent is going first and we have Fuvalos in our hand. He just activated Radiant Typhoon Vision. The moment that I saw him discarding Ascendance, I knew that he was playing Radiant Typhoon, because sometimes activating this card is not enough to know about your opponent's deck. Many decks today such as Keviltoon or Sky Striker or even Branded can use this card. So I decided not to activate Fuvalos because my opponent is still making plays. He just special summon Crocea from his hand and then make search from his deck. He's going to enter main phase and he's going to normal summon Sven. Unfortunately, I don't have any cards in my hand that can stop these searchers. I don't have Ash Blossom, I don't have Draw Lockbird, I don't have Maxi, nothing except Fuvalos. So the moment that he finishes his search, I activated Fuvalos because I know that he's going to Link Summon. So it was the right time, as you can see, and he didn't activate a card such as Triple T. So this was a nice move. And we are going to draw a combo starter, which is nice, equal, because I have a bunch of combo starters, but the more the merrier. So he's just going to search for more cards such as MST, activate Chance again, search for another MST, resolve his chain, and let me just speed up this part a little bit. We draw a second card, which is going to be Vion, which is another combo starter. And he's going to set a lot of cards, and let's see if we can survive against these interruptions. Now, drawing and shuffle wasn't the best card, and also since we already have a normal summon such as Stratos, drawing Mayon is debatable. I mean, we don't want Ferris because we have Increase in our hand and we have Fountain in our hand, so that means actually drawing Vion isn't a bad thing. We also have Vision Destiny. So let's see how we can beat this board. Now we know that my opponent has at least 3 MST, so that means that they can make 3 interruptions, right? So they let me to search Miracle Ejector, and I tried to special summon her to the field and activate her effect. They did not negate anything until now, so I couldn't bait with her effect because I already have Unshuffle. Now I activate Unshuffle and special summon Stratos, search for Duskrow. My hand is pretty much strong with my combo starters. Now the moment that I activate Vion's second effect, they let me to search for Polymerization, but now they are going to negate Polymerization because they know that if I Fusion Summon, I will just get rid of their board, so that means they are going to negate it. And we need to find a different way to access our Polymerization, otherwise we won't be able to beat their board. Now, he's going to make a chain here and special summon Phoenix, and you know what that means. We are in big trouble. Now, they summoned 2 monsters. One of them is Vibrant Vortex and Phoenix. So this card can shuffle 2 cards on the field, and this card can negate a monster effect. The reason why I special summon Togeras is, you know, when we detach 2 monsters, we can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from our graveyard, right? So I was planning to resurrect Vion back, because Vion's Polymerization Surge effect is not hard once per turn, guys. Don't get confused with the first effect. Anyways, my opponent doesn't let me to do that anyway, so he's just going to, negate it. Unfortunately, I need to find an alternative way to search for Polymerization. I special summon Duskrow and try to make a search, and I search for Furnace, but then I realized that because I activated Togeras effect, that means I won't be able to activate Furnace Polymerization Search effect, okay? It doesn't let me. And this is one of my misplays here. It happens. So I special summon Stratos and I activate the Destruction effect because I want to force my opponent to waste their interruptions, which is MST. So let's just fast forward here. Stratos effect is negated and he's just going to return cards. And with the help of his Link Master, he can just bring back his trap cards. I try to activate Fusion Destiny because, as you can see, I cannot do anything else here. Like, I have Increase, which is Eustace, Neos, which is Eustace. I have already activated Fountain's effect. And Furnace is just a card that has just break because I cannot use his Search effect. So my only play here is Fusion Destiny, but he's just going to negate that as well. So the only card that I can activate is Favorite Contact during my opponent's turn. I destroy their Link Master by attacking with number 60 Togeras. Now let's see what's gonna happen. I activate Favorite Contact and go for Thunder Giant. I try to destroy everything on the field, but unfortunately that's not going to happen because they still control Vortex. So that means he's just going to negate it. And I don't have any other ways to win this match. He just negated all of my cards perfectly, even if I had so many combo starters. And he kind of knew about what to target and what to negate. So that's why my opponent has just played smart. He didn't let me to resolve Polymerization or Fusion Destiny or any of my cards. And that's why we lost this match. Congratulations to our opponent, they played really well. And this was their deck, if you want to check it out. They have double Draw Lockbird, 1 Maxi, 2 Super Polymerization, 2 copies of Forbidden Droplets, 2 copies of Fallen the Virtues, 3 copies of Radiant Typhoon Vision. It's a decent deck. They have 3 copies of Shinya also, which is another troubling card for us. So yeah, that's pretty much. I hope that you enjoyed the duels, and I hope that I could be able to teach you a couple of tips and tricks. Now obviously from time to time Hero is going to struggle against this meta decks, but the issue is not that whether they play meta deck or not. Sometimes the issue is the hand traps, and that's why cards like Maxi or the Lockbird can stop our plays and just force us to, hate the game from time to time. But it happens. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.